Alright, hello everyone, welcome back for round 3. It appears that we've lost the die roll, so we're on the draw. This hand is definitely questionable, and whether or not it should have been kept. But I'm not going to mulligan. We're doing it live.
We're just gonna top that millions.
I mean, I have on camera discussed my theory of, you know what, at some point you kind of have to just draw the right cards. And you know what, if I draw a land, Thieving Sprite into Thieving Sprite into Thieving Sprite is some sweet card advantage.
It's true.
I get to
Or a
play a
bone
Bone
splitter.
Splitter. I mean, that's Bone Splitter is once again taunting me, saying, hey, I could have been your third land drop.
We are running 17 lands, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And
okay.
our opponent missed his land drop. Oh, but he gets to play a spell here. Arcbound Stingers, eh. If I really want to, I can kill it with a Glacial Ray. I really want to. Let's kill it.
Alright.
Alright,
Oh,
well,
something.
yeah, absolutely something. And I'm going to do it now because I'd like to make my land drop. I no longer have any reason to get the the mountain. I've cast my one red spell of the game. So I'm actually just going to get a swamp and play the swamp. Alright, so I do not actually get punished for my mulligan because my opponent gets punished for my lack of mulliganing. My opponent gets punished for his lack of mulliganing. And the sweet thing about these thieving sprites is they're going to get spells all day.
So which spell does he not care about?
Probably something that costs about 1,000,000. Yep.
Yep.
That costs about 8. So it is definitely not impossible for me to lose this game. I am not that guy. I will not claim that I'm in an unlosable position. However, I would definitely say that this is pretty good for us.
I would say so.
Show me 2 cards. Oh, I will take the Jerkwood Bailoff way before I take the Walker of the Grove. I don't know what my opponent is doing that his deck has 2 Walker of the Grove, but I am definitely scared for our future late games. The only thing is that I'm not really able to punish my opponent too hard for his mulligans because I'm not actually putting that much pressure on him, and he's not like. See, he would have just naturally discarded cards probably if I wasn't making him Oh crap! I just passed through my turn. Whatever. I didn't really mean to play that thieving sprite anyway. It's fine. I was winning by enough. Show me 3 cards of your hand, sir. I have a deck. It is thieving sprites. Oh, the
Okay.
concession. I didn't even get to cast my demigod this time. Come on.
Hey, we
Oh, I
keep them
lied.
all.
That is actually something that I need to consider. Is the mountain makes drag down stronger.
That is true.
Interesting. Okay. Well, sorry about that non-game one. I don't really feel comfortable making any extreme sideboard changes having seen none of my opponent's deck. Echoing Truth doesn't stop Walker. It's when it leaves play, not when it dies. So, my opponent doesn't really care if I unsummon it and give him a 4/4. He's actually pretty darn okay with it. I think I am going to play this Latchkey Fairy once again over the second Pilferers, though. Alright, let's submit. Maybe, I'm jinxing it. I'm knocking on wood while saying this, but maybe for once I'll finish a round in a reasonable amount of time. Alright, on the draw, once again, not mulling this hand. We just get to go Thieving Sprites all day.
Thieving Sprite attack.
Turn 1 Bone Splitter.
Oh, he's got a forest.
Oh, got there on the swamp too. Woohoo! He must have kept just like infinite Kadama's reaches. Like that's the only way that I can explain that. Is my opponent just is convinced that he's super unlucky and should have had him. It's like, man, if I ever drew a real forest, we were getting lands.
He's got 3 colors.
Okay, okay. Avian Changeling's a card. So is Fairy Macabre. So I at least would expect this to keep some amount of his team back. I can't guarantee it, but one thing I definitely have to consider is I can't let my opponent's board get too insane, because Trump the Domains is just ridiculous. Alright, I'm willing to take 2, because I have a Bone Splitter. Good sir. So the question is, do I play Thieving Sprites now, or do I just play more Fairy Macabres? And I think the answer is I'm just going to play more Macabres. Because I don't think... I think I'm going to be able to cast these Thieving Sprites before my opponent empties the 5 cards out of his hand. And getting to see 4 cards on a Thieving Sprite is just kind of ridiculous. Like, if my opponent plays a spell here, I just get to see his whole hand.
Yeah.
Alright, that was a good one, too. So that Wood Readers is really good if he gets to an additional green source. I don't really care about the Bound in Silence because I've got a Bone Splitter and an Unsummon in hand, so I'm gonna take the Wood Readers as my opponent's like one way to actually dig out of this at all. Pass. I could attack here, but I don't know that it's worth it. I think I'm just gonna pass. Ooh, now that is a good one.
That is a thing.
Got a drag down. Potentially have an Aether Snipe.
That.
Alright, so I know my opponent has a Bound in Silence in hand. Let's go for the Thieving Sprite. Okay, so my opponent is in actual top deck mode. And like, sure, okay, he has a 4/5 Vigilance, but that's most certainly not unbeatable. Yeah, swinging with that Stinger doesn't accomplish anything for you. Alright, you can get in for 2 with an Avian Changeling. I'm fine with that. Pepper Smoke, huh? Alright, well, I'm going to attack with this Bone Splittered up Fairy. Alright, in response to that, pepper smoke your guy, so my guy doesn't die. No, we're still in the declare blocker step. Okay. I'm gonna play the swamp, move the bone splitter, and I think I'm gonna play this anti-snitch and not worry about the drag down for now.
That seems fine.
I don't know what one insane card my opponent has in hand, but
Once again, I'm sure we'll find out.
no. Oh. Every time.
Cards.
Every time. They just have insane ones. Okay.
So how did this person lose that match?
I'm not sure. Alright, it's not even worth it. Alright, I'm going to play a pre-combat Aether Snipe so that I can see what he attempts to Valkyrie. If he's smart and it's Moloku, I won't attack. Alright, it is Moloku. Alright. I will just pass here. I'm definitely in a rough spot. But as ridiculous as it sounds, this Moloku is actually not unbeatable.
It's not unbeatable.
It's technically not unbeatable. It in combination with the 4/5 Vigilance is very hard to beat. But technically not unbeatable, particularly if I draw, say, another drag down here or something like that, would be very good. Wrathy Trapper's okay. It is certainly not amazing, though. He can make 2 more flyers. I essentially have to hope. My only out is if he makes a greedy block with Moloku. Largely my out is making a greedy block with Moloku, so I'm just going to go in with the team.
Block.
Because, I mean, if he blocks with Moloku, I can drag down Moloku and have Wrathy Trapper, which doesn't actually deal with the Valkyrie, but almost does. Alright, so I'm currently able to kill Moloku, and he only will have generated about 1 billion illusions out of it. And I'll have thrown away a Fairy Macabre. But I think this is like my one shot, so...
Isn't it just a 1/1?
What?
Isn't dragging down? Isn't it just a 1/1?
Oh, shit. Yep,
Yeah.
I blew that. For some reason, I thought that was going to shrink it more.
No.
Oh, you still have a Moloku. Never mind. I couldn't even have killed the Darker Valkyrie then. I just could kill nothing on that attack. That's rough. I pictured that differently in my mind. I wasn't quite as dead. Now I just know it's really over. I'd really hate to go down to Moloku twice in the same day. Like, when your opponent's only cards on the battlefield are Moloku and a Darker Valkyrie. Like, come on, there's no justice. Search for Tomorrow is fine, I suppose. Oh god, come on.
Yeah, okay. That's still winnable.
No, it's really not. I'm trying to come up with top decks that even remotely get us in there, but yes, attack with your Vigilance 4/5. Because life is fair. I guess this 2 points is as good now as it will ever be. So let's be smart and put the Bone Splitter on the Auntie Snitch, so at least that can kill a Penumbra Spider. Let's go ahead and Wrathy Trap that guy. Yes, I understand that you can get back my Auntie Snitch. Dear God. Someday I dream of running a Moloku player out of lands. Like, just forcing them to continually chump block so much with flyers that they cannot keep up in land drops. That is my dream. Someday I will not just beat a Moloku because my opponent taps out for it on turn 5. Woohoo! I get in there for 1! Alright. So we're moving on to game 3.
Yep.
What is my plan to beat these absurd cards?
Hope they don't draw lands.
If only I had any control over that. look at my sequence of draws afterwards. It's like 1 spell, 6 lands. Like what? Why is that a thing? Oh, Echoing Truth for Moloku?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much, but I'm trying it. I didn't know he had a Moloku before, but now we're going for it. Siphon Life also might be reasonable if we're worried about attacking our opponent's life total. Well, that's a cute combo. Pyromancer Swath, Siphon Life? Oh no, it's loses life, not deals damage. Cute non-bow Dave. Woohoo. Alright, I like really want to get there this game.
Let's do this.
Is the Glacial Ray being too cheeky? I could attempt to cut the red. That might improve my odds of not having to mulligan here. What do you think?
So what was the question?
I was considering cutting the red, not playing the Glacial Ray. It makes my drag downs a little worse.
I agree, because I mean, the cards we're worried about aren't really the X2s.
I mean, if I like cut the Glacial Ray, maybe I even leave in the mountain just to have them for the drag downs, and because it does cast Demigod. Yeah, I'm gonna play Echoing Truth over Glacial Ray, I think.
Nope, that seems fine.
I would even consider this Siphon Life, but I think this is good. Alright, this is for all the marbles. Alright, I'm not going to complain about a hand that looks like this. Because I did it to myself. You know what, I'm just going to fetch the island now. There's no point in waiting.
Sure there is. What if you play something that, you might want to have a swamp for?
I have the Swamp Executioner's Capsule next turn.
But you might want 2 swamps.
I might want 5 swamps for Demigod, and this might absolutely punish me, but what you gonna do? Or I'm just not gonna play Executioner's Capsule and absorb this for a swamp. That seems fine. So, do you discard a land and risk being in the same situation you were previously in? Or do you discard a spell? Discard a Penumbra Spider. Well, I'm afraid my opponent has gas for days. This is not good. Alright, luckily for me, I get to prowl out a Latchkey Fairy and then play an Executioner's Capsule. Guys, I think we might be doing it. This might be enough to get there.
Maybe.
I absolutely might be jinxing the crap out of this. But, it might, dang it. Huh.
Play the Trapper now. Well,
Yeah, play the Trapper, end of turn, Executioner's Capsule, I think is my current plan.
really, shouldn't you just keep trying to tap it down?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because, Executionist gets us,
Yeah, I definitely will keep my
both
options
those.
open. But, we'll see. Yeah, maybe I just Executioner's Capsule something else. I'm not exactly sure. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I'll Executioner's Capsule that. That seems fine. Alright, and the beauty of this plan is I get to continue to attack his hand with Thieving Sprites, so...
Does only have 4 cards.
I get to see 3 of them. And he didn't play a Moloku on 5, so...
But he could have been worried about the capsule, too.
It's true. Test the face, bound in silence, feud killer's verdict.
Gain 10 life if you have more than what?
Gain 10 life if you have more life than your opponent. Put a 5/5 into play.
Um,
I think taking that is better than taking the bound in silence. Because the bound in
yeah.
silence stops our 3/1, but then we still have a bunch of guys.
Bound Silence is a pacifism, right?
Yeah, it's a pacifism, so it doesn't stop our Trapper.
Okay.
Alright, so he did have the 6th land. Or did draw the 6th land, either or.
Okay.
That's annoying. Tech, kind of not unbeatable. Oh, stop that, Mountain. So I think I take the Bound in Silence over the Test of Faith. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I can -4/-4 the Penumbra Spider right now. So Search for Tomorrow is a blank. Oh wait, I need to draw. Alright. Well, we got there on the swamp. Awesome.
There you go.
I was like, I need to draw swamp. Okay, that's a swamp.
Uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Hello? Hello?
Yep, you're there. You're there.
Oh, phew. Okay.
So this activation of Wrathy Trapper might have been a bit aggressive.
Well, we saw what was in his hand, so...
I mean, yeah, but I could wait until his next turn to use it, so that he can't attack Vigilance with the Valkyrie. Ooh. Alright, the Rogue isn't dying. Good. I get to get in for a bunch then. Yeah, okay. I get to get in for 3, which isn't a bunch technically, but it's something. You should have gone for your spider there. Drag down that. Alright, sweet. We get to get him to blow his Test of Faith. And Pepper Smoke that guy as well. Don't you just love when Magic Online does this?
I do very much.
Alright, so we have to beat a darker Valkyrie, a darker Valkyrie, and a Spider token with this. Our 2 cards in hand to his 0. Ooh. Now what do we do here? I think I'm just going to go Snitch Pass. I'll Wrathy Trap his creature during his turn. Oh, I can get in for a whole bunch here. Wow, this is sweet. That's fine. I'm not doing anything to that this turn. So he has to play a blocker. It's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on board. Alright, I think we get there, guys. Still had all these nuts. Yeah. Alright, so we 2-1. That means I now have 12 cube tickets. So I'll queue up another draft tomorrow, everybody. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful evening.
Good night.